If your life feels like it's falling apart, mentally, emotionally, physically, you're not alone. Most people don't spiral because they're lazy. They spiral because they're overwhelmed. And when your brain is juggling stress, shame, guilt, and pressure, it shuts down before it even starts. You end up stuck in a loop, thinking too much and doing too little. That's not failure, that's overload. But here's the quiet truth. You're 21 days away from building something better. Not perfect, not flashy, but better. And right now, better is enough. The first few days, you're not trying to change the world. You're just trying to catch your breath, get your head above water. It starts with silence, with turning down the volume of everyone else's voice, the algorithm, the noise, the nonstop opinions. You don't need another motivational speech. You need space to think again. So you clean your space, not for Instagram, but for oxygen. You remove the clutter because external chaos makes internal chaos harder to fight. You stop reaching for your phone first thing in the morning. You grab a notebook instead and spill everything out. Every worry, every problem you've been mentally circling around. It won't solve it all, but it lets your brain exhale. That's your first step. Next, you look at what you're feeding yourself. Not just food, but inputs. The people around you, the content you consume, the thoughts you repeat in your head like background noise. Every day you choose whether those inputs build you or break you. For a while, you need to be protective. You need boundaries, not because you're antisocial, but because you're under construction. You're not cutting people off out of bitterness. You're stepping back out of self-respect. And from there, you begin to rebuild routines, not to become a productivity robot, but to create predictability. Your brain is tired of waking up to chaos, so you start sleeping at the same time every night, even if it's late. You wake up without hitting snooze. You move your body, not to lose weight or get abs, but to prove to yourself that you still have control over one small thing. And that small thing becomes a signal, a reminder. You're still in here. You still have a say in how this story goes. You start feeding yourself with food that makes you feel stable. Not perfect, not aesthetic, just stable. You drink water in the morning instead of reaching for caffeine or comfort. You check in with your finances, not to feel shame, but because you're ready to stop pretending it's not a mess. You face the numbers. You accept where you are, because that's the only way to get somewhere else. Each day, you do one thing that grows you, not for results, but for rhythm. Read a few pages, watch something useful, practice something you care about, even badly. Because it's not about mastering anything in 21 days. It's about remembering how to start. And then the shift begins. By week 3, the fog doesn't fully disappear, but it lifts just enough. You can see a little further. You get better at noticing distractions and choosing not to lean into them. You stop saying yes out of guilt. You put your phone down without needing to throw it across the room. You find yourself thinking before reacting. You stop needing permission to say no. You lean into discomfort, not as punishment, but as proof. Cold showers, awkward conversations, saying no thanks to things you used to chase. You lean into discomfort because you're tired of living in regret. And little by little, your actions start to align with the kind of person you used to believe you could be. By day 21, your life won't be perfect, but you'll have momentum. You'll feel cleaner inside, more stable, more self-respecting. You'll start keeping small promises to yourself, and that changes everything. You'll realize it was never about motivation. It was about trust. And now you're learning to trust yourself again. Not because someone saved you, because you showed up, one honest day at a time.